Hello everyone, good afternoon. Welcome to the World Travel Market, the premier global event for the travel industry. Let me introduce myself. My name is Gavin Ramshaw and I'm a presenter on ITV's Daybreak here in the UK. On my left here is Caroline Bremner, Head of Travel and Tourism at Euromonitor International, and we've also got Angela Rossini and Nadia Popova, both research managers also at Euromonitor International. They'll be answering some of your questions on a panel after this presentation. We're proud to present the 2011 World Travel Market Global Trends Report today, produced in association with Euromonitor International. This report analyses key trends and developments from Euromonitor's research, reviewing the future of the travel industry in 207 countries worldwide. Each area has been covered in the report, and this year we're pleased to say 2 new areas have been covered: technology and online travel and global village. Copies of the report will be available from the Press Centre after this presentation, which should last around 15 minutes or so. And then, like I said, a panel of question and answers can be done after this with the 3 here. So let's get going. Right, so the main findings of the Global Trends Report reveal that consumers are seeking out fun as a cure for the increasing doom and gloom in the world economy. This is evident in the rising popularity of mystery tours in the Americas, a new rent-a-garden concept in the UK, and the gamification of travel. In Europe, luxury without the associated guilt is key. Travel operators are pushing ethical and sustainable practices here. In the Middle East and North Africa, Egypt and Tunisia are rebranding after the Arab Spring, so they're now emerging as free democracies and have a need to place positive messages to get people coming back to those countries. In the global village, hotel chains have really embraced social media. They're also offering greater levels of customization, particularly to target the Chinese market there. So the global economy is on the verge of a double-dip recession. Sovereign debt, the crisis there continues to engulf Europe, moving from the periphery countries to its core. Uncertainty has also been enhanced by battles in America to reduce its public deficit, leading to increased volatility in the financial markets, as we've seen on Wall Street and across the world recently. The IMF recently gave its latest prediction for global GDP growth as 4% for this year. In response to falling confidence, global arrivals are expected to slow to 4.3% for 2011. That's down from 5.8% last year. That's due to rising fuel, commodity prices, taxation, austerity measures, political turmoil and social unrest. They're all taking their toll on tourism demand. But by next year, the world is expected to break the 1 billion international arrivals barrier. Almost $1 trillion will be spent. That's thanks to the growing middle classes in emerging markets like Asia, acting as the engine for world growth. So doom and gloom is back with a vengeance. As we can see, the sharp recovery in inbound tourism after the recession 2 years ago has slowed in the second half of this year. The downward trend is expected to continue into next year as well. Arrivals to Europe are forecast at precariously low levels of below 2%. The deepening crisis in the Eurozone is likely to tip the region into recession once again. Euromonitor International predicts that the Middle East will bounce back after the decline from this year's turmoil. The UK is also expected to experience growth of 3.6% thanks to the Olympics next year and the Paralympic Games. They'll also receive a slight boost from neighbouring countries like France, Germany and the Netherlands. So online growth is without a doubt the most important growth catalyst for the travel industry in the long term, driven by increased online penetration worldwide. Sales in mobile devices are also very strong over the midterm. 9 out of 10 consumers are expected to own a mobile subscription by 2015. So travel players will need to get to grips with digital convergence, social media and smartphones. That will help build brand loyalty and boost sales as well. So let's take a look at the Global Trends Report in North America now, where mystery trips are on the rise here. So the new trend has emerged where consumers are, getting their excitement back into travel to the next level with mystery trips. They're particularly popular for milestone holidays, with honeymoons and birthdays, for example. In 2006, Luxury Link launched a weekly mystery auction. Here consumers could bid on packages with an unknown destination, hotel name, supplier and inclusions. Bids started at $1. Travellers tended to only pay 50% of the sales price here as well. And the beauty of mystery tours for suppliers is that hotels and airlines can benefit from selling excess capacity. That's without undermining their brand as well. Online travel agencies could also use their experience in opaque bookings to create mystery auctions. They've already got the technology, you see, to hide destinations and supply benefits as well. This year, American Express launched Nexpedition, where travellers take an online quiz and are assigned one of 20 travel signs. Specialists discuss their preferences and budgets to create the mystery trip. Before they go, they receive a smartphone which unveils the itinerary on a daily basis. And domestic trips for two usually start from around $1,000 US, international trips from around $2,500 US. The company states they want to bring back the element of surprise to the travel experience. So the main target for this product is the millennials aged 20 to 34 with an average gross income of around $20,000 US and continuing to grow as well. So let's take a look at the UK side of things now with the rent-a-garden concept. The outlook for the UK does remain bleak with a stagnant economy following the tough austerity measures and high unemployment at the moment. Campinmygarden.com enables homeowners to rent their gardens as campsites. An interesting concept there. With household debt at around 5% at the moment, it provides an additional revenue stream to cash-strapped homeowners, at the same time also offering holidaymakers a cheap and alternative form of accommodation. So far, around 350 gardens listed on the site. 80% of them are based in the UK. The main targets are Generation Z and the baby boomer markets. Rent-a-garden is generally an urban phenomenon. It's helping to bring home farm stays to the city. Sustainable tourism is also gaining importance here. So the concept appeals to those who want to experience a local community with a more traditional and, I guess, a more modest hospitality. So that's quite an interesting idea there. So we can see the demand for alternative accommodation is expected to rise next year. That's due to the Olympics pushing up the prices of hotels. So campsites, hostels, self-catering sites are all expected to benefit from that. There we are, again, back onto the Olympics next year. It'll enable Londoners to rent out their homes and gardens. Hotels are reportedly charging 5 times more for the Olympics when they're going ahead. Also, the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, they've taken around 40% of hotel availability. So you can see that with a lack of strong pipeline projects by the leading hotel chains in East London, 2012 will definitely open up a lot of opportunities for campinmygarden.com. Right, so let's have a look at Europe. The next trend, luxury without guilt. So after the recession and faced with the threat of double-dip recession, luxury travel without guilt has emerged. Luxury consumers here will be seeking out providers that enable them to holiday responsibly and respectfully. To tap into this growing army of altruistic travellers, Kuoni launched Anania, and that means renewal, so I gather. They launched it this year, and it's a collection of socially and environmentally responsible luxury holidays. Also, TEP, a South African non-profit organisation, launched its Hidden Treasures programme. That offers Europeans the chance to meet craftsmen, musicians and local communities, so again, a socially responsible thing going on there. Another guilt-free area is the increasing use of living walls. Here, plants are used to create visual displays on walls, seen in the Pershing Hotel in Paris, which you can see there. Vertical farms are also on the rise. That's where tall buildings are used to cultivate plant life for commercial use. It enables luxury hotels to have their own kitchen gardens. So the luxury hotels in Europe bounced back this year. They outperformed budget and mid-priced hotels, helped by the recovery in business travel. Germany was the country with the largest number of high net worth individuals last year. That was followed by the UK and France, according to Capgemini. So here's another interesting concept, the gamification of travel and the fast-paced world of technology and online travel here. It's taking the industry by storm. The use of gaming dynamics in a non-gaming environment is what gamification is all about. It started out in the US entertainment industry, and it's now spread to the travel industry, and it's used to encourage consumers to share their experiences, their photos and their videos online to generate brand awareness and loyalty. Online travel sales are expected to grow around 8% in value this year, so it's definitely worth exploring. Gamification also appeals to consumers of all ages, but particularly the younger generations, 18 to 34-year-olds. Example here, the Australia Tourism Board on its website, nothinglikeaustralia.com, and Lufthansa with lufthansawefly.com. They offer competitions to encourage travellers to share their photos and experiences. M2 Research predicts that spending on gamification in the US alone will reach $2.5 billion by 2016. So this is how gamification works. It allows companies to target their market, build awareness and new customers, and breed loyalty with existing ones. Thanks to its viral nature, gamification allows travel companies to build a growing online community. They can engage with them through this via information competitions, games, and many special offers as well. So another example is Tourism Ireland. They launched a new social game on Facebook called Ireland Town. It enables web users to explore Ireland's attractions, complete challenges based on the activities that would be available for tourists, and win trips to the country. So according to Tourism Ireland, it potentially allows them to communicate with up to 62 million people. So a big audience there. Let's look at the next trend then, the rebranding of the Arab Spring in the Middle East. The political turmoil unleashed in the region there this year impacted heavily on tourism arrivals. A forecast decline of -6% was given for the region this year. Over the next 4 years, the compound annual growth for arrivals to Egypt is likely to be -3%, compared to Tunisia at 1%. Both are struggling to maintain safety and stability at the moment. So we can see here in April, the Egyptian Ministry of Tourism launched campaigns on satellite TV targeted at Europeans and Middle Eastern visitors. Their tagline was "Welcome to the country of peaceful revolution." Tunisia opted for a provocative campaign targeting the UK and France with a tongue-in-cheek style campaign of saying they think Tunisia is nothing but ruins, and then they had a picture of ancient ruins there. So that was a campaign to try and get people to go to Tunisia. Despite the violent clashes, Bahrain's Summer Festival of 2011 attracted 83,000 visitors. National dialogue sessions are currently underway with the importance of tourism revival big there, especially the need to win back the Formula One Grand Prix. Post-Gaddafi, Libya offers untapped potential, but much of the country's tourism infrastructure was destroyed during the recent conflict. A period of reconstruction needs to occur before it can develop further. Syria's booming tourism industry has also been brought to a standstill while the bloodshed continues. So moving on to Africa now, where m-commerce is boosting travel massively there. There are 489 million mobile users in Africa. It's leading the world in m-commerce at the moment. That in turn is boosting demand for travel services. So according to InMobi, 60% of mobile web users in Africa use mobile phones to purchase goods. Last year, Kenya Airways and Uganda Airways joined M-Pesa and Airtel Money to enable consumers without a bank account to actually buy air tickets. That opened up their services to 230 million unbanked Africans. Other areas of mobile travel are also developing. The South Africa Tourism Board's mobile site is one. WakaNow.com, a Nigerian online travel agent, this year launched Africa's first mobile travel app. Facebook is also available in major African languages and offers free access to its platform for African mobile phone users as well. So countries like Nigeria lead the way in terms of the number of mobile subscriptions. The country is expected to reach 130 million by 2015. Right, so have a look at the next trend then. Global Village, where the evolution of social media at the front line of the hotel marketing activity is prominent. Hotels are fine-tuning their marketing to reach online audiences in a more personalised and intimate way. Here they can capture the power of social networks. Friends and followers influence is big here. Do you want to get that? Madison Square Park in New York was transformed into an open-air spa via this way. That was to boost visits to the Marriott Caribbean and Mexican Resorts Facebook page. To enjoy free massages and pedicures, consumers simply had to like the page, print off an invitation, and that increased the number of likes from 800 to 2,000, so a lot of people wanted free massages there. Global hotel chains even providing social media in terms of what they're doing to get more customers in. Sofitel appointed a social media coordinating team to send out targeted messages with local events and news. The Marriott International actually set up an online concierge service via Twitter as well to solve guest complaints immediately. IHG created a social media customer care team as well. So this diagram shows all the opportunities available to hotels through the use of social media. Aside from enhancing brand awareness, hotels can actually create direct channels of communication to quickly respond to complaints and boost sales. Hotels have created engagement with customers by posting exclusive offers to their online followers as well. So that's quite an immediate way to get people involved. Our final trend looks at Asia and China's growing influence. It's driven by China and India. Asia's economies have enjoyed a healthy growth over the last year. It's expected to slow, though, over this year due to the increased risks in the global economy. The Chinese are expected to spend $57 billion on accommodation domestically and abroad this year, as many join the middle class and travel for the first time. Global hotel chains are adopting different strategies to target them as well. IHG renamed its Holiday Inn Express, brand in China to Smart Choice in Mandarin. Don't ask me what that is in Mandarin, because I can't speak Mandarin. Others formed joint ventures, such as the HNA Group that acquired 20% of NH Hotels. Melia Hotels partnered with Xinjiang Hotels to develop more and also share practices. And in line with strong growth prospects, hotel companies will continue to expand in China. IHG actually plans to have 286 outlets in China by 2015, and Starwood has a pipeline of 100 hotels. So this year, Hilton announced its Huan Ying program, which means welcome. It provides creature comforts to Chinese visitors abroad. The program includes staff fluent in Mandarin at the front desk, 2 different types of congee at breakfast, along with Chinese tea, tea kettles, and also slippers in the rooms. So a nice touch there. Spending by Chinese travellers on online accommodation, domestically and abroad, is expected to increase by 20% over the next 4 years. It's expected to reach $67 billion, second only to the US. So this brings us to the end of the report. Thanks very much for your time. I hope you enjoyed listening to me just now.